Hello my good people and welcome. I hope you're doing great. Here I'm using OBS to record this video, and as usual I'm your host Rico Banks, and this is Codestar Technologies, where we normally share these skills, that is soft skills in this field of IT, and especially for the guys who are in colleges and universities. It's something that is going to equip you with the skills that are needed out there by the employer. In my previous video, I was talking about CorelDRAW, which is a graphic software, and in our today's session, I would like to talk about QuickBooks. So, in case maybe you might be interested in these short courses, feel free to visit our portal. This is e-learning portal, which is codestar.co.ke, and click on student. Then you can register. Once you register, make sure you activate your account, and once you activate your account, you can log in and enroll to these courses. So basically we offer cheapest courses ever, and our courses are online, and you will get a certificate after completion. So without wasting time, as I told you, I'm going to take you through QuickBooks. QuickBooks is an accounting software, and is a software that is widely used in the most of the businesses here in Kenya. Have installed in several businesses. I've also attended to several events where some of my friends have gone to install these QuickBooks to their clients, and I normally offer that service of training, because when you go to install, you normally charge let me take you through the price first. The first thing is, you can see the prices are here depending on the single user, multi-user, something like that. You normally sell in terms of the number of users that you're going to install. Remember, there is difference between these QuickBooks that I'm going to show you. It's for an accountant, and there is another one which is for point of sale, that is POS. I'll do another video for the point of sale so that you can get to understand how it works. Now basically in this case, like this one for the single user, you can see it's 45,000, and the amount is subjected to VAT and so forth. And yeah, I don't know where this company is located, but this is where it is. Now one thing you need to know, it's the price, and where do you get those cracked ones and so forth, because maybe if you're going to install to a client, kama kawaida mimi nakwambianga kufanya biashara, it's very very important. I once downloaded one here from this site, which is I get into PC, and when you get to this site, how do you normally search that one? You normally sorry, I disconnected the internet, so I don't think that yeah. So you normally search from here, QuickBooks. So once you download the software, the next thing is to install. You can you can sell it to someone. And what are some of the things that you need to make sure to use this cracked software? You make sure you disconnected your antivirus and also internet, so that you can do the installation, because remember, you are using a cracked software. And yeah, I once installed to a customer and I got a good money. Ni customer alikuwa na deal na mambo na furnitures and so forth. And also I've done installation in an hotel. I also got invited by a friend to do some training of some guys when alikuwa na install QuickBooks. Because you can charge per training, you normally charge per head, like 1,000 or 2,000, depending on the number of guys who are going to be trained, like the employees and so forth. So generally that is what you normally check. So I guess right now you know the price. Now hautatupa tu kitu hivi uende uninstalia mtu na sijui 500. You can get a pirated software from here, then go and you know the steps of installing. Like for example, I downloaded and it's here. So when you right click and extract, you get something like this, and during extracting sometimes it can ask you for password. So the password, you just write I get into pc.com. that I'm using this version of 2018. You might maybe be interested to use either 2010. This is my first time to use 2018. I don't know how it is going to be, so generally have done installation right now. So the good thing is you have to read the instructions to check where the serial key is, the product code, and once you do the installation, have realized that it will ask you for, when you start using it, it will ask you for a validation code. You'll copy and paste this one, and now everything is going to be well, and you can start using your QuickBooks. So as I told you that today I'm going to take you through the QuickBooks so that you can get to know how to use it. And as I told you, it can be used in businesses like hotels, maybe law companies, maybe you have one. Any type of business you can apply QuickBooks. But when it comes to things like supermarket, you have to use the point of sale version for the QuickBooks. And as I said, I will do a video for that at a later stage. Now, basically, I normally have a document or a booklet that has got like around 7 lessons that I can take you through this course. So generally, if we normally do it on daily basis, will take us 7 days, but generally to some people you'll find that you can go even 2-3 days, something like that. So feel free to enroll that course here and get in touch, and I will tell you what we can do next. Now generally, what I'm going to take you through today, or the topics that we're going to cover today, is how you add customer to your system or QuickBooks, how you add suppliers, how you add stock or items that you normally deal with, whatever you normally sell. Is it products or service? You know that. The other thing is how to create a bank account, and now how you do the transaction, like purchases, sales, and also maybe transfer money to the bank and so forth, and pay some bills and so forth. So that is what I'm going to take you through today. So make sure you are good to that. So you can get this one on this on my blog, Banks. You realize that there is a link that I shared. You can get that link for this document. You can download in case maybe you might need to use it, but I'll share the link on the description so that you can make use of it. The links for where you can download this one, I get into PC, and again the link for this booklet. So let's jump in and start, and don't know whether it's going to take a lot of time. So as I've installed QuickBooks here, let's wait for it to open up. So I hope it's going to be very fast. Sometimes it is very slow, and that's why I normally advise for you to use a desktop computer, because when you use it on a laptop computer, you need a very huge space to make use of this. So generally, the first thing that you're going to do is create a company. I'm going to create a new company, express a start, and I will going to call it Code Star. I had created one. I don't know whether it's going to have a problem, but here you can get any type of business that you deal with. Because it's technology, I'll just write tech, and as you can see, I can get it here. If it is hotel, you just write hotel, or whichever type of business that you might be dealing with, you'll get it here. And the ownership, I'll say it's sole trader or sole proprietorship. Then I'm going to create the company. I don't think there is anything which is necessary here. You just you are guided by these star, the red stars. Those are the necessary fields that you need to enter. Now the company is being created. As you can see, it's 50%, and once it is completed, now we will start our lesson. And as I told you, we will do the basic stuff, like I will not start with customers or supplier. I will start with the type of products that we are dealing with, and in this case I will be showing I'll be dealing with both products and services. I can say, like because it's a technology area, I'll be selling like things like DVD, and I will also be selling services like browsing, something like that, or maybe renewal of driving license, something like that. Let me say that. So it has completed, and once it completes, this is what is going to be displayed. And as you can see, the most important thing is to have the people whom you deal with, do business with. They can be customers or they can be vendors. Vendors are also suppliers, in other words. And some guys whom you normally pay bills, and employees, you normally hire them through this button. And there is products that you normally deal, or services that you normally sell, you can hire them from here. Again, to add a bank account, those are the most important things that you need in QuickBooks. So generally I'm going to close this one, and because this is not where you normally start from, but you can go through these steps. I like using this menu here on top. So basically the first thing that I'm going to do is to add the items that I'm dealing with. And the most important thing is to know some of the menus that we are going to work with today. So we will going to interact with the list, accountant, customer, vendor, and maybe banking and reports. I must work with those ones. I'm not going to do this on this site. Generally this is the best site which I kind of like using, although it is the same as this one, the sidebar menu, or maybe the inner part of it works the same, but I like using at the top. So lists, so that you can add items that we normally sell. So I can click list, item lists, or you can just go direct here. So list, item list, and to add a new item you have to click there, new item, and I'm going to say I have service that I'm dealing with, which is renewal renewal of DL, driving license. Okay, that one is okay. Rate, I can say it's around, I don't know whether you charge 100 or 500, whichever the amount. Let's just say it's 200. Then account, it's going to ask, if I click OK, it's supposed to ask for me the account that where the money is taken, and it's sales account. Sales, you can add new. I'm not going to say sales hardware, sales or something like that. I'll say it's sales account. I'll add a new account, just say it's a sales account, something like that. Sorry, sales account is the common account that you normally use. So click OK or next. Let me click OK, and I can click again here to remind you, new. You can click next, it is going to display the same thing. Now in this case I'm not going to deal with service, I'm going to add a product like what we refer to as the DVD. You can say I normally sell DVD, and in this case is 4 GB. Let me write 4 GB. And as you can see, it is asking me for price. You can say I normally buy maybe 10 bob or 100 bob, and I normally sell them at 150. As usual, the account is going to be asked. Let me click OK. You see asking for account. Where is it? Expense account. In this case it's not an expense account, it's supposed to be an income account, which is sales account. Why did it asking for an cost for this one? It's supposed to be purchases account. Let me just say purchases of hardware for itself. And yeah, okay, now I've added two products that I'm dealing with. The next thing I need is to add customers, or I can say direct. But first of all, before I move there, let me add a bank account. So to add a bank account, you just need to click charts of account, and this is anything that deals with money. So click account, new account, and it's going to be bank. If it is a vehicle like a motorcycle or a van or something like that, or computer machines and so forth, you'll use fixed assets. I think you can understand. Opening balance for loans, things like those, when you use those kind of stuff. Equity, it deals with owners equity, like it's a capital that is being added into the business by the business owner. Let's go with bank account. Continue. Bank account, I'm going to say have a bank with equity. Let me say KCB bank. You have an account, just that will be the account name. Maybe just because you can't have like two accounts, maybe something like that. Let's assume we have got that, and we have an opening balance which is around, maybe you can say it's 50,000, and is that when it's supposed to be, let me say, just say that one. Okay, save and close. But you might be interested to add a new account, maybe a fixed asset, like if it is a job van and all that. As I told you, you'll use fixed asset. You know how to differentiate this one. So these are another stage. So now we have a bank account. Once we have a bank account, like you can also add any other bank account, anything that deals with the money you normally use, bank account. If it is a cash account, if it is a M-Pesa account, that is like clip an M-Pesa account, you'll add it as a bank account. So generally that is it. Now we have a bank account. The next thing is to add a customer, and I will just click customer, then customer center, and when you go to customer center, you can click on new customer here, and in this case I'm going to have a new customer called like let me say Rico Banks what, no, let me say we have got Washira, something like that, Washira, and Namdai, maybe 200 set today. Then you can add any other details about Washira here, somewhere there. So I'll click OK. That is not necessary for the rest of things. So I have got that customer, maybe, yeah, it might be a company or something like that. Yeah, so generally that is it. So let me add a vendor. A vendor is a supplier, so you just click vendor center, and in this case you click new vendor, and a vendor will be, let me say LG wananidai 50 bob, maybe. Click OK. So now I have got customers, I have got supplier, I have got items that I normally sell and that is goods and services, that's products and services, and I have bank account. Now how do you do the transaction? The transaction, you just need to click on the what we refer to as what type of transaction. Let me purchase, like I can purchase from this guy some CD. So do what? Enter bill. I'm going to enter bill of some products that I bought from LG, and LG, I have got some items that I bought from them. This is it, and in this case I will say I bought some CD, how many? 100. This is after umenunua vitu, umeorder, umeletewa, now you enter bill, something like that. Hata kama ni bill ya stima, you can do the same thing. So let me say have just 10 CD. Save and close. Now the bill has been entered. The next thing is to make payments. So let's assume we have got bill ya maji imekuja. If it is Kenya Power, you just click there. I can just there is another way you can do it faster. You can write like Kenya KPLC, something like that, and I click enter, it can ask me for, I don't think whether it's going to be very fast. So tuseme hao wameniletea bili ya stima, I'll click there and say electricity. Think is it electricity or which type of expense? Can check from here. There is if you need rent and so forth, you just pick them from here. So is it fuel or what type of bill is fuel? There is furniture. Electricity, where does it lie? What type of expense? Telephone, rent, payroll, bills, interest, insurance, dues, automobile expenses. They don't have electricity. Electricity, where does it lie? Oh my god, it's taking too long. I can add a new one, there's no problem. I don't think, okay, let me just write fuel, no, electricity, it's not showing. What about gas? Okay, let me just add manually. Just click add new expense, continue. I'm just adding an expense account and I will say electricity. I think I've written correctly. So this one I will say maybe it's around 250. Save and close. Now I've got the two bills that I've not paid, one for LG for some CDs that I've taken from them, and I've got some bill from Kenya Power. The next thing is to sell to your customers. I'll click here, customer. I'll sell on credit. When you sell on credit, you normally write an invoice. If it is cash, you enter sales receipt. Like for example, enter sales receipt. Enter sales receipt. So I told you this is my first time to use this 20, enter sales receipt is here, 2018 version. Now I'll assume I'm selling on cash some service here for renewal of driving license to another guy, to a new guy, not the guy who is on the system. Like you can see it's Washira. I'll say he's this guy, I'll call him Derewamta. Simdai chochote, but now in this case Derewamta nimemrenew ya driving license and second clause. So what have I created? I've sold on cash. Let me sell on enter sales receipt. That was enter sales receipt, I think. If I want to check, maybe I can remember what I've done. Let me check on the accounts and I will be able to see some amount on undeposited funds. So it means it was cash. When you sell on cash, the money goes to undeposited funds because that money has not been taken to the bank. So it means now I want to sell on credit. Credit, you normally write invoice, and invoice I'm going to write to Washira because Washira picked like 10 CD, that is on 10 DVD, 10 of them, but what? DVD 4GB. So save and close. You don't need to do the computation. Computation is going to be done by this one. In case maybe you might need to add things like discounts and so forth, that's for another video. Now I think up to that point now you know how to add new items using this part. And once you now add new items, as I told you, there is service and there is what we refer to as the services and products. The next thing that we did was to add bank account. That one I showed you. You just click here, new account, you choose either it's bank or whatever. The next thing was vendors. We added vendors, we added customers, we bought some products from we entered some bill for some CDs that we picked from LG, and also some bill from Kenya Power. We received those ones. Now the next thing is to jump in and do some because we have got some cash that we have received from the sales receipts that we have entered, we have written. We have got some invoice of unpaid amount. I'll show you how you receive amount from the invoice. So first of all, let's pay these guys from the bank. So pay bills. To pay these suppliers of ours, you can see all the amount here. Why do we have this one? Because we entered an opening balance of 50 when we were creating this vendor. So where do we want to pay these guys from? We want to pay them from our bank account, and our bank account is KCB, and it just got some 50,000. So I think this is it now. You can see. So if we make payments of this one, then this is what we're going to be. And now, as you can see here, the payment has been done. So that's it. You just need to close that one. We have done payments. Now is to receive amount from this guy called Washira, whom we sold some goods on credit. We wrote an invoice for him. So we pick Washira. Washira automatically the system has to detect. Sorry, it was what? We are not creating invoice. I'm receiving amount. So customer receive payment. What is happening? Not company but customer receive payment from Washira. Receive payments. Then you have to supposed to decide from who Washira. Yeah, and as you can see, it has reflected. The 200 was the opening balance. You have to tick them, and the other one is the one that we've done the order. The order that he did recently. So save and close. And in this case, now we have received the amount from Washira. And if you can go to the accountant and check the charts of accounts here and check our undeposited funds, you will see the amount is a little bit much higher. Let me show you this accountant charts of accounts, and as you can see, the undeposited funds is this one has increased. So yeah, that is it. We can take this money to bank. So if we take it to this bank, it means we need to increase this amount. So how do you do that? You can just go to banking, transfer funds, or make deposit. Let me make deposit. Make deposit of this amount which we have received today, and you click OK and specify where you are going to take, because you might have so many banks. So we take and save and close. So if you go back to this one, you'll be able to see that the amount has increased to what was it? Not equity but KCB is the amount. We add an equity bank. Yeah, it was something to do with about 40 something. I think I missed this one. Anyway, you will check the video so that you can get to check whether I don't think whether I've done any mistake. So you just make deposit. You deposit the money to the bank at the end of the day. Now basically the other thing is to generate report. You just need to click there, and you might be asked things like balance sheet, trial balance, profit and loss account. You get standard like this one. You have to start from which date, like if we can say like from the 1st December to that 1st this year, and you click, it's going to display something like this one, and now you just print. So that's what you normally do. Print unapelekea boss anaelewa what you mean by that. And like another one is what we have got profit and loss account, balance sheet. Yeah, balance sheet is another thing, and as you can see, as I told you, this is how you do it. It's going to generate and everything. Wewe nafanya kazi bana, cha kupiga kelele, cha kupigia customer wangu kelele. So sorry for that. I think up to this point now I've done a recommendable job. On the next video I'll take you to show you how you can purchase a hardware, like if we purchase PC, not for use but just for the company purpose, like on desktop, yeah, maybe reception, something like that, or job van, or maybe if we talk of how you do returns for KRA, that is tax, and again mambo na discounts, how you do discounts, and again how you there is what, sorry, I forgot, tax, there is how you reconcile bank accounts, again how you normally discount, there is discount, and yeah, I think it's only discount, that is we normally have discount received and discount allowed, and you need to check those kind of stuff, yeah, and all that. So in case maybe you might be interested with this, just feel free to register for this course, and I will take you through, you get to understand them far much better. And in case maybe you feel like you're okay, there is this document you just need to download and make use of it. You're okay, you are good to go. It has got 7 lessons which will cover all those things that I'm talking about, like how you pay bills, how you already have shown you how to pay bills, but maybe like for example we normally have drawings, that is honors drawings, like if I'm the owner of the business, I can pick some money for personal use, like to pay my rent, do some shopping and so forth. Yeah, haka kama tunasikia kakichekacheka hapa, kakitaka tamu maybe na kanunulia at least. So yeah, so that is it, and I hope now you've enjoyed and you've learned something new. So feel free to subscribe to our channel, and in case maybe you might want us to cover something maybe that you feel like you don't know much about it, feel free to share with us on the comments, and as I told you, you'll get this document on description. I will put a link on the description, so you'll be free to download this stuff to make use of it. Now, yeah, continue supporting the channel, and I will appreciate a lot. For the guys who have subscribed to our channel, right now we are on what, you can check, I don't have internet connection, but I think it's around 120 something subscribers. There's no problem, but our journey starts with one step at a time, and now it's like almost 2-3 months, something like that. And in most cases I normally do like a video, one video on a daily basis, or on a weekly basis. So yeah, I'll do another video about a blog. I want to create a blog, because you know that in programming you have to put everything together, like small concepts together, so that you can build up a very big system. So I want to do a project of what we refer to as the blog site, creating a blog site, having a database like MySQL database, using the front end of HTML, CSS, maybe things like Bootstrap, JavaScript, and again PHP on the back end. Yeah, and I hope you'll enjoy it. So that's a video that I'm just planning to do it, because in most cases I don't prepare myself. Even this one I was not prepared. I don't prepare myself. I just come out from nowhere and say I have to do something. So sometimes maybe the video might look disorganized, but I hope you enjoy. In most cases you learn a lot of stuff. So feel free to share, like the video, because when you like the video you normally make me get notified by YouTube that I'm doing a great job, and it's good to continue doing it. Yeah, and in this case, this is how we grow. I'm waiting for that day I'm going to get almost 1000 subscribers, and the channel can get monetized. So if you can help me by sharing this one so that the channel can get monetized, it can be a better thing, a great thing, because even bundles za kufanya hizi video and all that, upload and all that, they will be catered for. And the knowledge, I'm just happy because I can share with you free of charge. In case maybe you might be interested in detailed, as I told you, this is a site where you can do all that stuff. So in a summary way, add items, bank accounts, add customers, sell credit, that is invoice, cash, enter sales receipts, suppliers, you can enter bills, pay bills, things like those ones. And banking, you might transfer money to the bank, like deposit every day, and report, like generate reports. And those are some of the things that you normally do on bill basis. So actually have given you almost 50% of what you need to cover on QuickBooks. And now you can go out there and look for a job. So thank you guys, and though it's night, I will not tell you good night because you might be watching this one on a daytime. It's late at night, around 2. So